pro-China TV station in Taiwan ordered off air over disinformation. A pro-China TV station will be taken off air after Taiwan's media regulator found it had failed to address serious and frequent findings of bias and disinformation. The National Communication Commission (NCC) announced that it had unanimously decided not to renew the broadcast license for Chongtian Television (CTI), which it said had a self-discipline problem. The Commission's chairman, Chen Yaoyuan, said the panel found CTI had failed to implement internal controls despite NCC requests to do so after repeated violations. He said the CTI was the subject of about 30% of complaints received by the NCC from the public. Chen also said CTI's biggest shareholder had directly interfered in CTI's news desk, a reference to the Beijing-friendly tycoon Cai In-man, who ran CTI's parent company, Want China Holdings. The Guardian has attempted to contact Cai. CTI has said it will challenge the decision and accused the Taiwanese government of shutting down the station for political purposes. Today is the darkest day for freedom of the press and freedom of speech in the 30 years since Taiwan's liberation, it said. The unprecedented NCC panel hearing was convened in October to examine the station's request to review its license, due to expire on 11 December. CTI has been accused of acting as a mouthpiece for Beijing and lobbying against the Democratic Progress Party (DPP) government, led by Cai In-wen, and in favor of the opposition Kuomintang (KMT), seem to have more favorable relations with the mainland government. Beijing considers Taiwan to be a rugged province of China that must be retaken by force if necessary. In 2019, an NCC audit of coverage that May found CTI had devoted 70% of its airtime to the KMT mayor of Kaohsiung, Han Kuo-yu, who unsuccessfully challenged Cai in the presidential election. In January, CTI was fined more than $20,000 for airing false statements by a KMT politician without fact-checking or interrogating the claims before broadcast. The station is one of 3 Taiwanese TV stations that Wang Liqiang, a former CCP spy who defected to Australia, reportedly said had been repaid by the Chinese government to broadcast unfavorable coverage of the DPP before the 2020 election. The stations denied the accusation, and on Wednesday, the NCC's chairman said there was no evidence of CTI receiving Chinese government funding. Last month, Han said removing dissenting voices from media was one of the hallmarks of an authoritarian country, so-called pan-blue politicians who favor greater ties with China, protested against the NCC's hearing, saying CTI News was one of the few media outlets in Taiwan that is still willing to give groups supporting unification with China a voice.